Welcome back to another video. Today's review is focused on 2022 movie entitled All the Old Knives. And the official synopsis of All the Old Knives is: when the CIA discovers one of its agents leaked information that cost more than 100 people their lives, veteran operative Henry Pelham is assigned to root out the mole with his former lover and colleague, Celia Harrison. And before I give out my review, please like the video, subscribe or comments, or just watch the video and keep going on with your day. All the Old Knives as a movie was not bad of a movie. It could have been a little bit better by a few different things. Now, when it comes to the performances of this movie, I felt like many of the actors and actresses gave out a good performance with their characters. Chris Pine as Henry Pelham, the main character of this movie, I think he does a good job with his character as he is assigned to figure out exactly who is the mole snitch in this horrible situation, and he doesn't have that much time to figure it out. He decides to briefly reunite with his former lover and his former worker, Celia Harrison, played by Tanui Newton, and he basically questions her about her possible involvement in this horrible situation. Lawrence Fishburne as Vic, he was an interesting character to me. Although his role was limited, his role was still pretty interesting as he was one of the main people in charge of the whole operation and everything else. But I felt like when it came to the performances though, by most of the actors and actresses, they did a pretty good job with their performances. Now, when it comes with the story, this story is definitely a slow burner, meaning that it takes this time when it comes to revealing certain plot elements and just revealing just important bits of pieces that could just bring us closer to figuring out who the mole exactly is. As this movie definitely goes back and forth between time lapses like 8 to 10 years ago in the present time, and within those time lapses you just figure things out and just see what caused this horrible situation and who was more than likely the biggest at fault at causing this to happen. There was a few certain reviews here and there, but I felt like the story was easy to understand and easy to follow through without getting confused or just everything else. The cinematography, for the most part, it was fine. Nothing special to say the least. Like, Amazon knows how to make movies, how to shoot movies and everything else. When it comes to a few things I did not like, I would say that the reveal of the mole was definitely a little bit underwhelming. Like, you just had an idea of who could have been possibly the mole before the movie even starts. Like, I'm not going to say who I thought it was, but I just had an idea of who it could have possibly be. And once it was finally revealed, I was just like, oh, okay. Like, I was not surprised with who the mole was, to say the least. Another thing that I did not like about this movie was that I found this movie to be a little bit just dull, as this movie is supposed to be like a suspense espionage movie, and I feel that it is, but I just felt like this movie was just not that special, and it just wasn't hitting in the right places like it could have been. Like, I felt like this movie could have been a lot bigger than what it was, but to me, it just fell just a little bit flat at the very end. But I would say that All of the Old Knives, it is not that bad of a movie, but also at the same time, it is really nothing special with this movie to begin with. The actors, actresses give out a good performance with their characters. Some surprising reveals here and there, but by the end, it's just whatever. And my rating for All of the Old Knives will probably have to be maybe 2.5 stars out of 5. So thank you for watching, and until next time, goodbye.